Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. I am Darian. So I have a fun video today. I just wanted to show you guys my current collection of the Sol de Janeiro body mist body sprays. They have been around for a few years now, and I have noticed that they have continued to keep coming out with some cute scents. Honestly, I have not smelled all of them. I feel like I've smelled most of them, but I haven't really gotten into all of them. But there are some specific ones that stood out to me that I purchased, and I can't really say that I have any that I hate or just absolutely don't like. There are some that I love more than others, so we're gonna get into it and talk about them. Okay guys, so let's get into the first one. This is the original Sol de Janeiro scent. Y'all, this isn't even the current packaging that they now have. So this is the Kushae 62 spray mist. So when they first, I believe it's around when they first came out, I don't know why, but I just randomly was in Sephora. This had to be at least 5 to 6 years ago. Had to be at least. I don't know exact time frame, but it's been a while since I have had this thing. And you may be thinking like I've had it that long and have not used this up, because I have so many fragrances. It kind of takes me a minute to use up my fragrances, and I also like to collect them. So I actually went ahead and purchased another one of these because I knew that I was running out of this. And I've started back wearing this. Also, another explanation why I still probably have this for this long is because I actually have the fragrance that they came out with in this scent. So I love the fragrance. The packaging was what made me walk up to it and purchase it. And then I'm not sure if I already had this. I purchased this alongside the fragrance or after I picked up the fragrance. But that fragrance, that perfume was like the intro to me actually buying fragrance. Before that, I had never really been interested in fragrance. And I feel like my interest in fragrance has increased as of recently tremendously. But in those years, I think it was only one other fragrance that like stood out to me like I want this fragrance. So this was one of those fragrances that just kind of like makes me feel like this was my intro into fragrance. This fragrance is my #1 favorite when it comes to Sol de Janeiro. I feel like it's so popular, like everybody knows about this scent. So many brands have recreated the scent in their own version to sell it. So I feel like now it's probably like something that when you walk outside, everybody probably knows what you're wearing. I recently had somebody that knew that I was wearing this ask me, was I wearing this? But I still love this scent. It's something that is near and dear to me. I feel like it's kind of like how people feel about Baccarat, because everybody was walking around smelling like Baccarat. Some people now, it's just like they are turned off from the scent of it because they feel like everybody has it. But it's just like when a scent is special, it is special. And this is one of those ones. So let's get to the notes in case you aren't aware of this scent. So the key notes of Kushae 62, again, this is like the original packaging, so it doesn't even have that part on there because this was the only mist that they had when they first came out. But the key notes are salted caramel, pistachio, and vanilla. This. I feel like this is a perfect scent for every season. For any occasion, whether you're outside on the beach or you're in your workroom, it smells good. I haven't met somebody that was like turned off by this scent ever. I mean, I'm sure it's not everybody's favorite, but this one is a pretty loved scent. So I feel like this will always be like one of those historic fragrances that I have in my collection. And I have it both in the body mist form and in the Eau de Parfum, which if you have been thinking about the Eau de Parfum, I feel like it's worth it. Now, I will say I have the Eau de Parfum from when it first came out, so I don't know if they've strengthened it now, because I feel like these mists are kind of strong too. I feel like the Eau de Parfum is maybe a little tad bit stronger than the mist. So if you don't want to spend the money for the Eau de Parfum, I feel like you would still be getting a good deal to just get the fragrance mist. You guys, so I am showing you these in the current order that I love these scents. So I recently just got another one of the Sol de Janeiro scents. It's not super new as far as like it just came out yesterday. I know they do have a summer line that is out now, but I don't know if I'm really gonna partake in that because I love the like sweet gourmandy ones. I don't hate their summer scents, but it's just not something that I feel like I probably would wear a lot. And I participated in the summer scents for last year, which we'll get into. But number two, number two is number 76. So y'all, I literally have only had this for a couple of days. When I smelled this, oh my goodness. This is giving like this luxury perfume feel. The Sol de Janeiro scents, like they all are nice, but this is the most like elevated, sexy. Can go for nighttime. I feel like it can go for daytime also, but it just has like that mystery. Out of all the scents, this is given grown. I'm grown. And actually, I believe this one used to be in different packaging. I think they first came out with this one as a limited edition one. At that time, I wasn't really knowing about this. I wasn't really hip to it. So now it is a part of their main collection, and it is number 76. It was called After Hours, I believe, in the past when it was like the limited edition, or I guess they were trying to see how it would do. I would definitely agree that After Hours was the perfect name for this scent because it smells so yummy like the other ones, but this one just has like this mysterious air to it. I don't believe Sol de Janeiro has made any of their other fragrances into an eau de parfum aside from Chirosa 62. I feel like this is one that they should make into an eau de parfum because I feel like this one would sell as an eau de parfum also, along with the Chirosa 62. All of the scents that they make, I feel like to an extent are nice. This one is like, it's just so elevated. It's just so like, it's given grown woman. Going out for the night. I love this. But it's not too much to that to where you can't wear it during the day or just period. Even though it's elevated and it gives like that grown woman feel, there's just such a nice level of sweetness to it. Like the other ones is just, it's just captivating. It's captivating. I love this one. And for me to be like all on this one and I just got it, I probably wore it a good 4 days. Maybe 5. But for me to have had it like that soon, I think I bought it last weekend. For me to have gotten this so soon and have so much to say about it, that says a lot. There are some perfumes I've bought and they had to grow on me. I like them, but I'm not talking about them like this straight after purchasing it. So this one is definitely one that I feel like is worth checking out. So the notes of 76 are blackcurrant, midnight jasmine, and amber woods. You guys, I'm telling you, that one is a good one. I feel like it's the most adult-like, and not saying that, you know, you can't wear the other ones if you're an adult. I wear the other ones. But it's like the most like, if you like a more mature scent, but it's still sweet. So if you're not a super sweet lover, I don't know how you'll feel about it. But it's the most mature scent that I would say I have smelled from the Sol de Janeiro mist line. Okay, y'all, so let's get into this next fragrance. This one actually was my second favorite. It might bump back up, but I think because 76 is new, that one kind of took over for a little bit. But this is one of my all-time favorite Sol de Janeiro mists, and I love this one because I feel like this one can be worn in all seasons. I feel like it's so light, but it still has such an impact on me. I just love this one, and it kind of reminds me of like cotton candy. And yeah, I feel like it reminds me of cotton candy without being cotton candy. And to add to that, it's not giving like a childish type of cotton candy. And I actually have a huge bottle. of this one. I actually didn't mean to buy the big bottle, but I ended up buying it, and I was like, I'll just keep the big bottle. And I'm glad I did because I love this scent, and I feel like I would have probably been like almost done with the smaller bottle if I would have gotten a smaller bottle. So this is Sol de Janeiro's Charoza 59. I love Charoza 59. This one is just so soft. It's so sweet. I remember when this one first came out, it was a lot of controversy. Somebody saying that it attracted bugs or whatever. I have never noticed any of that. I feel like that was honestly just somebody playing online, and it caused, all this controversy and stuff, but I haven't had any problems with that. Y'all, I actually used the cream form of this scent also. I probably have had like at least two, probably three of those bottles of the purple tub of their body butter because it smells so good, and it's supposed to be moisturizing. So the notes of Charoza 59 is sugar, violet, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. If you like gourmands but you don't like them too strong, I feel like this is the perfect one out of the lines, because this one seems like the most soft to me that I have smelled from Sol de Janeiro. Okay, you guys, so let's get into the next one. This is Sol de Janeiro Charoza 40. So this one, I don't remember when I bought this. I just remember that when I smelled this, it just smells so good. I'm gonna be honest, this one for some reason in my mind, I feel like it's like a fall and winter wear for me. I don't wear this a lot in the spring, and I don't wear this a lot in the summer, and I really don't know why, but mentally I have just categorized. Mentally I have categorized this as a fall and winter scent. Granted, that's when I probably bought it, and so that's when I was wearing it a lot, and so that's what I think of now when I pick this up and spray it, and it just does not feel right to wear this outside of fall and winter. But this is a very cozy scent, so maybe that is why. This is very cozy, and I feel like this has a very strong presence. It's not super strong because remember, it is still a mist, but out of the different scents, I feel like this is one of the stronger ones. When I spray this one on, and maybe that's why this isn't the first go-to for me, when I spray this one on, I kind of have to brace myself because it is a little stronger as a mist. But when I go for something every day, I've been going to 59 a lot. That's like one of my first go-tos when I want to mist, but I don't want something too strong. And lately I've been going to 76, although it has a little more of a darker, mysterious kind of smell. 76 still is not overbearing. This, I won't say is overbearing. I'm not trying to say that this is overbearing. This is still one of my loves. I love the sweetness of this one, but again, I just feel weird spraying this outside of those seasons, and this has a very cozy aspect now that I think about it. Very cozy feel and fragrance. So the key notes for this one are black amber plum, vanilla woods, and jasmine blooms. So if you're looking for more of a richer scent from Sol de Janeiro's line, this one I feel like definitely gets the job done. It smells very good, very sweet like most of the other ones, and yeah, this is one that is still special in my collection, although I don't reach for it, like I said, unless it's like fall or winter time. Okay, you guys, so let's jump into the next two that I have for you. These I got last summer. I'm pretty sure it was last summer. I was like last spring time, but this was their summer collection. Although I do love a good fruity scent, it's not my first go-to because it's not something that I wear, I guess, a lot outside of summertime and springtime. So I like a good gourmand, and if it has a fruitiness to it, that's fine. But as far as just like a straight up fruity scent, that's not like my first go-to. This one smells, I remember when I first got this one, the reason I bought it was because I was like, this smells like candy to me. This smells like straight up candy. And then this one has like an almondy kind of, not even kind of, it has almond, I remember, as a note. And this one, it's still very soft and sweet, but I think the almond kind of just takes it to another direction. I personally don't really like almond notes, but I like it in this one. So this was one of the reasons that I got this one, because that sweetness still does it for me. Before I go into it, these were a limited edition, so if you're not interested in hearing about them, because I don't think they're even available to purchase unless you can find them from somebody selling it, I guess, that has purchased it and reselling it or something like that. I don't know if they'll bring this back. So if you don't want to hear about it, you don't have to continue watching. These are the last two. But if you don't care, we'll just get into it. So let's get into Karaoke Crush. I don't know if I said it right, but this has a very candy-like feel to it. Okay, so online it says the notes of Karaoke Crush are crisp pear, pink violet, and white cedarwood. So there goes that fruitiness that I pick up in this. And this is the type of fruitiness that you'll probably only catch me wearing this around summertime, maybe a few times in spring. So I don't wear this a lot. I haven't used it a lot, but it smells good. I want to say that it's one of those fruitiness that kind of like borderline goes into freshness, but it's definitely a fruity fragrance. And maybe it's the crisp pear in it, but overall it's still a sweet scent. It's not the sweetest, it's not the most decadent from Sol de Janeiro's line, but it was a purchase that I made. I don't regret it, but again, this is not one that I reach for a lot, but this is probably something that I'll end up still having years later down the line. Okay, you guys, so I was able to pull up the full notes for Summer y Amor, and it is almond, tangerine, orange blossom, orchid, brown sugar, vanilla, amber, and it says woodsy notes. So that's from Fragrantica. I couldn't really find like how I was able to find the key notes for the other fragrances as accessible. It just gave me the full notes. So there's the full notes for this one. This is a very nice one. This definitely for me feels like summer. It has a tad bit of a sunscreen scent feel to me. I want to be honest and say that I like this one. As you can see, I have used this one up too. This was one that I was reaching for a lot, and I love the color of this packaging. But to me, it's not anything that I feel like is super spectacular, but it's cute. It's just something that I truly do feel like is a nice summer scent. Something that people may not be able to, I'm sure, pick up what you're wearing unless they're familiar with this scent. I do feel like this one can go outside of summer, although this is not like something that I would normally go to outside of summer. But this has like a little bit of a warmth to it that I feel like would be nice in like the fall time. This is, again, not the first one that I'm gravitating to, but this is more of like one of my summer, I guess, fragrances that I pull out when I'm like swapping things and rearranging my collection and everything. This one will come to the front in the summertime. Alright, you guys, so that is my Sol de Janeiro collection. I feel like their scents are very fun. I feel like just about all of their fragrances, at least most of them, have that Sol de Janeiro kind of DNA where you can pick up that this is one of their fragrances. I feel like the price point is pretty affordable, honestly, for what you're getting. And I just feel like most of them, if not all of them, have a good level of payoff. And yes, they do have a variety. Like some of them I have noticed tend to be a little stronger than the others. But one thing for sure I can say is Sol de Janeiro knows how to do a gourmand. And they know how to do a gourmand right. I love that they also have a lot of different options, even though I feel like their fragrances have that DNA where you know it's Sol de Janeiro. They have different types of scents. So if you're somebody who likes more of a fresh scent, they have some options for you. If you love those decadent sweet ones, they have some options for you. If you still like the sweetness, but you want something a little lighter, they have the options for you. And now I see that they have the one that is a little more mysterious and gives more of a groaner, not groaner, is that a word? It gives more of an adult like feel and just makes you feel like I'm doing a thing, okay? Grown woman. Alright, you guys, I'm about to get off this camera. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any outside of the ones that I have and you like them, you really like them, please feel free to comment and let me know which ones are your favorite and what notes are in there. I hope you guys have a great day and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.